What's going on, guys? Wrestling Untold is back. Episode 127.
Yeah.
I'm Carter, aka Skills All Day,
And I am Keaton, aka Man on Ones and Twos.
what are we gonna talk about this week?
Well, this week we've been mulling over. We've been watching wrestling, and I think we all kind of miss last year's wrestling. The year before that's wrestling. So we're gonna talk about, are we just bored with wrestling right now? You know, we don't have a real bloodline. We don't have Roman Reigns. We don't have our tribal chief. And we're just going to talk about what's going on in wrestling and are we bored or not. So make sure you guys go like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You know, we're here. Hope everybody's enjoying this summer so far. What we haven't been enjoying, I don't know, maybe you have, but we watched SmackDown together. And Roman Reigns was on SmackDown. Of course, he was on both brands, but he was on SmackDown every Friday night. So we enjoyed those. Well, for the most part, he was on SmackDown, and we enjoyed those segments with Roman Reigns. He would close out every show. Sometimes he opened every show. And I guess we had this build-up with the Bloodline and, The Rock and everything. And now I kind of feel like wrestling's a bit flat. So what are your thoughts? You tell me.
About the Bloodline?
Yeah, I mean, it's like this current bloodline where Solo Sikoa is the leader.
They just bringing back indies Samoan wrestlers that have some relationship on the family tree at this point.
Yeah, these guys they might be strong, they might look like menacing, but they don't turn the needle for me in any type of show. I know I'm yawning watching SmackDown. Solo Sikoa is not a leader.
They are on pay-per-views like every pay-per-view now. It's the Bloodline at this point.
Yeah, but they're not the real bloodline. I mean,
I think that The Rock has something to do with the new bloodline. I think that Solo Sikoa is working for The Rock now.
You think so?
Yeah, Rock's coming back. I just think he's coming back through this bloodline.
Yeah. So we watched SmackDown, and Paul Heyman got slammed through a table by Solo and his fake bloodline. And I think personally that they're setting up for Roman Reigns to return with his two cousins, the Usos, behind him, and Paul Heyman to redeem what the real bloodline is, and we get an actual feud of the tribe. You don't feel like that?
Jey Uso is on fire right now. They're not going to bring him back for...
No. Roman's not coming back anytime soon, but when he does return, I think you're going to see the actual legacy bloodline. The bloodline that we know and we believe in is who you're going to see. You're not going to see this, it's not going to be just Roman by himself. So, I mean, there's a lot of those guys wrestling from that family, but they're not all stars. So let's just be honest.
They're not. They're indies wrestlers. And we don't even know if they're related to the people on the family tree or if it's true or not. These people could just be regular Samoan.
Yeah, and Solo's calling himself the head of the table, but my thing is, how are you head of the table if you don't have a title at all?
How are you head of the table if you never had a world championship?
Nothing. He's been Intercontinental title?
North American.
Nothing. He's never even held a tag. So let's talk about Cody, because Cody is the world champion. This is his brand. He's SmackDown, right? He's SmackDown. So what are your thoughts about Cody Rhodes' title run so far?
It's all right, I guess. It was so much build up from him.
Yeah.
2023 WrestleMania, they should have just gave it to him then. And they should have let him and Roman Reigns swap the titles every pay-per-view and fight the whole rest of the year.
Yeah. The issue you have with having a babyface as your champion is that you got to send a bunch of heels at him, and it's hard for that babyface to keep the attention of all these people because we live in a different world. Babyfaces were only champions in the 90s, I felt like. And you threw a bunch of bad guys at him, and everyone loved it because they wanted the babyface to win. They wanted the good guy to win.
I think with Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship was so successful was because the Judgment Day was on him every week, and they had back-to-back promos.
It was Seth Rollins.
Finn Balor was constantly fighting Seth. Dominic Mysterio even got a title shot, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's because Seth Rollins had all these people.
He's undoubtedly, in my opinion, the top wrestler.
Seth Rollins?
Yeah, that just draws the crowds wherever he goes.
He came back.
It doesn't matter if he's babyface or heel. Like, he's always going to be. He's like how Stone Cold was a babyface and heel at the same time. That's what Seth Rollins is.
He's going to have a good match against Damian Priest for the Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
At Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And if he wins it and gets cash in on, because the Money in the Bank will be going back, even though we just got it away from the company.
Yeah.
That would be terrible. But Seth Rollins is good. He's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's
Money in the Bank is probably already done by the time this video is on YouTube, so we haven't seen it.
No. This will go up. Yeah, this will go up prior to Money in the
6th.
Bank. Yeah, this will go
Yeah.
prior. But again, so what's in your opinion? Still kind of sticking to Cody Rhodes. Who do you think his next opponent should be?
Cody Rhodes' next opponent right now is AJ Styles, and that's probably going to end at the next pay-per-view.
Gotcha.
I think his next opponent should be Bobby Lashley from the Hurt Business or Karrion Kross.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Because Logan Paul is not going to fight two big wrestlers like that. He's fighting.
He's not going to job to Cody Rhodes.
He's fighting LWO. No, talking about Bobby Lashley.
Oh, yeah.
The mid card right now.
Yeah.
Although Bobby Lashley was a great mid card champion for United States in Raw.
So
he was pretty good.
So let's think about this also. We got a couple people that's going to be coming out of that mid card title, looking at the heavyweight title. Logan Paul will be down there for a while. You can't put a Kevin Owens against him because Kevin Owens is a babyface. You got to turn him heel. Which, how do you do that at this juncture? Because everyone loves him. There's not that many people that Cody can actually fight.
I mean, Cody Rhodes is teaming up with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton at the pay-per-view. So Randy Orton could turn on him.
Yeah.
In that cassette. I think that's what they're doing. Because WWE be doing some obvious stuff all the time.
Do you think we're going to get a Goldberg?
No.
Because I feel like whenever they need someone to shoehorn in, especially if they're going overseas, they shoehorn in Goldberg for a quick title match. He shows up and he's like, "You're next." And then he gets beaten and he leaves. So, yeah. So that's, so what's your thoughts on like the tag team division?
The tag team division? I really want DIY to win the tag titles, but they're doing everything they can to get them with the crowd, and nobody cares. They even made DIY portray DX. Yeah. And nobody cares but me.
But and me, I care. I like Johnny Gargano.
And Austin Theory and Grayson Waller need to have 1v1 rivalry. Like, come on, that needs to be a WrestleMania match for next year. Grayson Waller versus Austin, that would be amazing. Yeah. But who would you turn? I think Austin Theory, if he was a face.
You turn Austin Theory face because
if he was a face,
he's more. Grayson Waller probably can't be because he's a foreigner. First off, so it's difficult to turn foreigners face because Americans just don't really care for like foreigner wrestlers. They care for foreign people.
Remember when Austin Theory was with The Way, was with like the family, and he was funny. That was good.
So you know how they turned Miz face where they had Shane McMahon. No, Miz.
The one
when Shane. They had one with Shane. You just take someone that's way worse, way better heel, and you just totally just torment them until all of a sudden we get a fire promo from you. Could turn them face.
Those tag titles are going to be on their shoulders at the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm not excited about them like I was. I thought I'd be because they got new tag titles too. I thought it'd be so much more exciting.
This is such a bad tag team to get the world heavyweight tag. Like we should be getting like AOP, like a big tag team. Guys.
I do miss the days where guys who are tag teams are the ones competing for tag titles as opposed to guys being put together. Yeah. I miss those days where it's like,
But those people who are put together, like Owen Hart and Yokozuna, like, come on.
That is a good example.
Mankind, The Rock, like those people that were being put together were good. Yeah.
No, that happened, but I feel like at least one set of those tag titles should be with someone who are actually a tag team. Like the Hardys were just a tag team. They split the Hardys because they eventually had to because one went another way, but. What do you do?
I feel like Raw doesn't have any tag teams that they can just have, and SmackDown has every single tag team in the company.
Which Street Profits on?
SmackDown.
On SmackDown.
AOP is on SmackDown. LWO is on SmackDown. Santos Escobar's guys on SmackDown. We have all these tag teams on SmackDown, and Raw has.
They should never let Hit Row go.
Raw has. They should I think that Swerve is doing best that he could ever do. He's getting paid $1 million and he's world champion for AEW right now. And he's the worst not the worst, the most booed heel in AEW.
That makes sense.
He is on fire right now.
So let's transition. So let's come off the men. Let's talk about the women in the state of wrestling right now. So we don't have a Charlotte Flair, which means somebody's not just holding the title just because of the name.
I feel like Tiffany Stratton is the next. I feel like Tiffany Stratton is the next Charlotte Flair.
And Becky's here, you know, but she's not the main event anymore, you know. So like, what's your thoughts?
Becky's gone.
Well, I guess she
lost the title and she never came back.
Yeah. And then Rhea Ripley is hurt. So you got Liv Morgan has one of the titles, which I think we love to see, like a new person hold the title.
I like Liv Morgan, but this whole thing where she's having a love relationship with Dominic Mysterio on Raw, ugh. Yeah. It's just ugh.
Yeah.
And the way that she's wearing Dominic's jacket and clothes, oh my god.
And then like Bailey on the women on the other side holds the title.
I feel like if
she seems boring though.
Bailey, if they wasn't so focused on the women's tag team championships, Bailey would have been relevant.
Yeah.
They were so focused on Jade and Bianca when they should have put them in the women's life.
Yeah.
We did not need the tag titles to come over to SmackDown. If you were just gonna give it to two girls who like Scottish girls and like leave.
Yeah. As far as like Jade, they keep saying that she needs a lot of work. And I don't get it because
she's doing the same 3 moves.
Well, it doesn't matter. So did Goldberg. Why did he not need a lot of work? They still built him up and put it. It doesn't matter. Wash, rinse, repeat. If that's what the formula is and that works, give her those matches.
And they're gonna bring her back in 20 years. Every 10 months.
You can just line
to beat her down like Goldberg.
I think WWE is using her wrong. I think AEW used her to the best of her ability. They threw a bunch of jobbers at her that could be quick matches and get out of there. She looks like a monster.
You calling Red Velvet a jobber?
Is Red Velvet a top wrestler, women's wrestler? Nope. Okay, well there you go. So like that's all you gotta do. Every city you go to, who wants to fight Jade this week? Get them on in here.
AEW did an amazing job.
Let them,
especially when they brought in
did her
Shaq.
really,
when they paid Shaq a bunch of money to team with her.
Yeah. Because last time I checked, Ronda Rousey wasn't that great of a wrestler when she started, and she learned. And it's like Jade has way more experience than she's done because she wants to get done. Yeah, if she wanted to wrestle, then she could wrestle anywhere she wanted. She draws. She's a draw, but she can't handle being a heel.
I wouldn't mind her seeing her in UFC again.
She's not UFC.
She's not going back.
Anymore. She'll be beat too bad.
She'll be like CM Punk.
Yeah.
That made him so mad.
So CM Punk. So let's talk about that. Just shift off of the. I know we were on the women for now, but like
at Clash at the Castle, CM Punk took the referee's shirt and basically put it on. I don't get that.
Well, you become referee since you put it on, right?
He put a girl's referee shirt on, so he ran out, and all of a sudden he was slow counting on Drew McIntyre's claymores and stuff, and made Drew McIntyre lose to some Damian Priest for the second time.
We just knew that Drew was going to win the title there. We just knew it, and it didn't.
They could have gave Drew the title for 58 days until Gunther eventually beat him clean.
This is the Zelina Vega Puerto Rico pay-per-view all over.
That would have been
like,
so
it would have
good.
cost them nothing to put that title on Zelina and then tag it off over the next
But
day.
they're gonna give the tag titles to some people.
You know, who cares?
But last SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre versus Gunther. So if they let Drew McIntyre win the belt, and Gunther automatically gets a SummerSlam match because he's king of the ring, they could have did a full circle right there.
Yeah.
And they could have let Gunther win that again.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
So like the whole CM Punk Drew McIntyre, that storyline is great. I didn't watch Raw, but I heard that he like carried like CM Punk's carcass out of like the arena over his shoulder and everything.
Oh.
It's a great idea. It's a great, but I don't watch Raw, so.
I rarely watch Raw now.
So like, are we excited about Money in the Bank?
These pay-per-views are so rushed and they're like 2 weeks apart. The last pay-per-view happened 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
And now it's already one next weekend.
Yeah, it's a lot of
it doesn't give us enough time. It doesn't give us enough time to build up and be excited. I like being excited and waiting a week and a half for something to happen and being excited
it's
the
a lot
whole
of
week
quantity.
and a half.
Yeah.
And the Money in the Bank matches, come on now.
And I don't think I'm not excited about the persons. I can't tell you who was in Money in the Bank unless I look. You keep talking and I'll look.
And AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, I thought they were building up another rivalry. But Cody Rhodes is too busy fighting the bloodline after they were just having a new rivalry. Like, come on. and we have 6 people in the Money in the Bank matches instead of 8 now, so it's gonna be less chaotic.
Oh.
Yeah, they only doing that because less people to get injured. And we have the Intercontinental match against Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker, which means Braun Breaker is probably gonna win.
So Money in the Bank is Jey Uso, Carmelo, which I knew because he's on the poster. Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, LA Knight, and then the last person they don't have, I assume that's going to be somebody coming from Raw.
They give this to LA Knight to be safe, but and to blow up. I don't think he's. Why would they put him on the cover?
Because they're going to sell.
Why would they put him on the cover?
They're going to sell that cover.
You see the cover?
Yeet in the Bank. Yeah, they're going to sell that Yeet in the Bank. It's going to be Yeet in the Bank shirts. No, I've seen the cover. It's going to be Yeet in the Bank briefcases. It's going to be Yeet in the Bank lunch boxes.
It's got the whole Canada flag on it too.
Yeah.
I saw the one with the Canada flag.
Yeah, he's going to win that. So as far as the women, let me get back to the women. Oh, where did we go?
Chelsea Green's going to win it. We love heel Money in the Bank.
Chelsea Green. What's her name? Lyra Valkyria.
Yep.
Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and then TBD.
They give it to Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky, or Chelsea. We need a heel. Naomi, I feel like she would just walk around with it like an everyday thing.
Yeah.
And Lyra Valkyria, I do not like her. This Becky Lynch Temu version.
Mm-hmm.
They basically trying to build her up as a Becky Lynch, and she is ugh.
So Damian Priest is going against Seth Rollins. I feel like Seth Rollins is going to win that unless because this Damian Priest. Let's get on Damian Priest.
I feel like Damian.
I like Damian Priest because at first he reminded me of Razor Ramon, but enough, no more.
They keep telling us that he's supposed to remind us of Pedro Morales because they're both Puerto Rican.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought he was more of a Razor Ramon. He did Razor Ramon moves. He's kind of mirrored the way he wrestles with Razor. But enough. I've had enough.
His gear is so weird. Like, who's making his gear back behind the scenes?
Some weirdo.
They're so weird.
Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker's going to win that. I mean,
Braun Breaker
Braun
Breaker literally took Akira Tozawa out of an ambulance, took a stretcher and threw it across the garage, the parking garage.
And then we have Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens.
This is when Cody Rhodes or Kevin Owens is going to start a feud and beat him up.
Yeah, versus the Temu bloodline, as we like to call them. So yeah, I don't know. So now to me, it doesn't. It's not an exciting pay-per-view.
Look at this, and hold up. WWE TNA partnership continues.
Yeah, okay.
We're getting TNA versus WWE at War Games.
NXT invades Impact Zone. Well,
we are. WWE and TNA are. WWE is looking for TNA superstars to put on their brand.
Yeah.
We're getting it. We're getting Jordan Grace. We're getting Moose. Come on, we're getting people.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, you always get them in Royal Rumble because they just don't have enough people. They have enough people, but sometimes they don't.
The Good Brothers, the OC, WWE got from TNA.
But yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, I mean, that's just my thoughts. I mean, to me, I'm not excited about Money in the Bank. I haven't been excited about watching SmackDown since WrestleMania. It was cool to see Cody win, but where's Roman Reigns? Where you at? We need you. We need you. We acknowledge you, and we need you.
But I also think that a good feud for Cody Rhodes would be the Wyatt family.
Okay.
Uncle Howdy.
That makes sense.
But like, you know how they did lumberjack matches where everyone would be on the outside?
Mm-hmm.
The Wyatt family outside just staring. Like something creepy.
Yeah.
Don't do that Mountain Dew sponsorship match where Bray Wyatt had
that one, huh?
Bray Wyatt versus LA
it.
Knight feud was incredible.
Yeah.
That was his last feud, actually.
That was his his last match. So yeah, okay. So I mean that was I think that was just my thoughts. That's your thoughts on, I'm saying yes, we are bored with it. I don't know if you are.
We are.
But we'll continue watching because we are fanatics, and this is what fanatics
If not, we
do.
can go to AEW.
Oh, I don't want to watch that.
Why not?
Because I heard that is worse.
AEW.
Yeah.
Well,
but if they come to Baltimore, we'll get tickets and go.
The AEW audience is just a little crazy, and they don't blur out the screen like WWE does or mute it. So. And
then WWE will be on Netflix, and you say they won't have to do any of that because there's no ratings on Netflix. So, well, it's ratings, but you don't have to. You can go at whatever it is because it's going to be a live stream. So we'll see, but this was great. We
will not be posting for a minute because will be on vacation.
We'll be on vacations after vacations after vacations.
We will not be posting for a week or 2 or 3. I don't know.
Probably a month. But no, we're gonna post from vacation. We're gonna do a quick show from vacation, and we'll kind of
Maybe
cap that. Yeah, why not?
Make sure you guys go like, follow, share, subscribe.
And guys, make sure you say happy 15th birthday to Carter. His
15th. I'm turning 20.
His birthday is on July the 7th. He'll be 15 years old. Make sure you say happy birthday to him. He's forever grateful. Oh, I'm sorry, music. He's forever grateful. I remember being 15, and I'm gonna make this about me. When I was 15, I was like, oh, one more year to drive. And I think he's in the exact same boat, one more year to drive. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram, Carter_TV. And
one more
tell
thing.
us if you're
one
bored too.
more thing. And we friends though.
Oh my gosh. And one more thing. I am the world heavyweight champion, undisputed in Uno. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I hold the title.